If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
Sunday morning, where the heck are we? With us today is Governor George Pataki. And Governor Pataki, a lot of things happened this week. Give us an update. Where do you think our city and our state is, and how does it affect the country? I mean, we lost New Jersey that everybody thought we were going to win New Jersey.
I'll tell you, it was a very earth-shaking night in a lot of ways. And I, for one, am worried because particularly in New York City, we saw someone who, forget about being a Democrat, is a far left, calls himself a socialist, but I think he's more of a Marxist, is going to be the mayor of New York City. And he's going to have a city council that is almost 90% Democrat. Many of them are the far left as well. So I think we have some tough times ahead in New York City, but the only good news is that most of what Mondami's talking about doing, he can only do with the approval of Albany. And I hope that the powers that be in Albany know that this would be a disaster for New York.
Well, I would hope that the powers that be in Albany, do what they have to do to keep the lid on things. Is that the nicest way I could say it?
That's the best way to say it, But, I mean, it just is very troubling to me because the Democrats had an effective message. And that was that the system's not working for us. Things are too expensive. And everybody thinks that. If you're not just young people who are out of college and have student debt and can't afford an apartment, older people trying to keep their homes, whether it's upstate or on Long Island, things are just too expensive. But what they got wrong and what we didn't say is the reason that things are so expensive is because the policies that they have imposed on New York. Our energy bills are higher because of some of the idiotic environmental policies they put in place. Our rents are higher because they put all these prohibitions on new building, and now they're talking about making all buildings be all electric. Just another thing driving up costs. So they were right about the fact that the system makes things too expensive in New York. They were wrong about the solutions, and we're right about the solutions. So this is a fight we have to continue. We have to argue, understanding that people are upset, but they're upset, and they should be upset, but they're upset at the wrong party. And we just have to get the message across that we are the ones who have the solutions to the problems they are worried about.
Understood. Now, Governor, I mean, we were all looking at what's going on in New Jersey, and we really, really thought that that Citarelli had a good chance to win New Jersey, and we were way off. Were you surprised?
I was very surprised. I thought he had an excellent chance of winning. And it's one thing, in a close race where you might lose, but he lost by 13 points. It was a landslide against him. And I think what it told me, and I think what it's telling the country, is that if you had an R by your name, you were starting in a deep hole. And if you had a D by your name, you were starting way ahead. And that means the people of America and New Jersey and New York and across the country really wanted to see a change in direction. And I think they want to see more calmness, less of the chaotic news that happens every day. And that's what they were voting for. But as I mentioned, John, I think they chose the wrong solution. But if you want one example of how partisan the electorate was Tuesday night, the Attorney General candidate in Virginia, the Democrat, called for the murder of the Speaker of the House when he was in the House, called for the death of his two young kids, and he got elected Attorney General of the state of Virginia. So that just tells you that people weren't listening to the issues. They weren't listening to the candidates. They were just sending a message that we're not going to vote for Republicans this year. We're going to vote for the Democrats, and hopefully we can get this turned around for the good of the state and the country next year.
Well, I've been in shock on that, and the fact is that the good news is we have President Trump in Washington to keep, the nicest way I can say, keep a lid on things. And anything else you want to tell the American people for city, state, national, or international?
You know, John, I know there's a lot of people going, oh, my God, what's going to happen? This is New York. This is the greatest city in the world. It's a great state, too. And we're going to have our battles. We're going to have our troubles. But we're going to get through this. Just stay calm, believe in tomorrow, work hard. And for all the chaos today, for all the disappointment of those who wanted to see different outcomes of the election, we're going to get through this. We're going to come back. This is New York. This is America. Don't despair. The best is yet to come. That's the message I would have.
Governor George Pataki, thank you for coming on, and God bless you and God bless America. Thank you so much.
Thank you, John. Always great being on with you.
If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.